Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
We have gotten another report that the Ooni of Ife has invited his entire wives and made it very clear to them that it will never happen again that he leaves things to chance, that he has got the royal ancient sword, that he, because of the kind of person that he is, he was never that much of a traditionalist before he came into the palace. Ooni of Ife is educated, Ooni of Ife is exposed, and Ooni of Ife is everything before he became king. And that is why you see that he does not make the royal sword his resolve. Like every little thing, he will just go and begin to drag the ancient sword. Every little thing, he will go and begin to drag the ancient sword. Kabiyesi doesn't do that. And so that is the reason why it does seem as if these people are beginning to try and take Kabiyesi for granted. And so they said, the king's men, Ile-Ife king's men, they came together. And they said to the Ooni of Ife that in a particular century, the storyteller came to the palace to tell Ooni of Ife the danger of not using the ancient sword. You will be so kind of taken for granted. People will not be afraid of you. That the reason why Kabiyesi's phone got missing at some point, they stole his phone up until today. The person who stole Kabiyesi's phone never returned the phone, is because they all are aware that Kabiyesi does not use the ancient sword. That the way the Oba of Benin is, let somebody go and carry Oba of Benin's phone. The next morning, the person will be right there in the Oba of Benin palace, begging people to beg Oba to collect his phone back. That it is true that Kabiyesi is a very simple man, and his simplicity is the reason why people like him. But he needs to also know that his simplicity is the reason why he is taken for granted even amongst the Oloris. That Kabiyesi should begin to put his ancient sword to work. Some of the things where they go, they consult Ifa and all of that. Ifa is supposed to come to Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi is the Arole Oduduwa. Yeah. Ifa is supposed to come to Kabiyesi, as in all of those Ifa priests are supposed to come and talk to Kabiyesi, not the other way around. So they said when they sat and they talked about this ancient sword the way they did, and they left, they encouraged Kabiyesi that Kabiyesi has taken the throne. Kabiyesi is a son of, the gods, and Kabiyesi knows exactly what to do. That Kabiyesi should put the ancient sword at work. The ancient sword should begin to work for Kabiyesi, and that is why Kabiyesi had to invite the entire Oloris to let them know that going forward, should anything happen, he is bringing out his ancient sword. If you like, go and plant. All those places where they used to dig pots from, they say that the only thing that they need to do is to go and pick the sand from that place and bring it. Kabiyesi will hold the sand from that very place where a pot is planted and ask the ancient sword to go and pull the person who dug that sand and planted that thing. The ancient sword will go on that errand and bring the person before Kabiyesi to come and state the reason why he planted that thing. That is the work of the ancient sword. That the ancient sword can do a lot and a lot and a lot. Okay? So right now he has warned his wives that if you like, go and plant. If you like, go and do whatever you want to do. But I can tell you for sure that whatever you do, there will be consequences because I am going to detect it. I am going to use the ancient sword to be finding out things that are done by the Oloris. And anything you see, you take. If I send the ancient sword after you, if the ancient sword comes and the ancient sword wants to drag you back with a madness, that's okay. If the ancient sword wants to inflict you with health issues, that is fine. If the ancient sword wants to make you disgrace you, that is fine. Just know that I have warned you. And they say Oloris were. So you know that these people, they will be doing things and they will be hiding. So they say the Ooni of Ife has told his Oloris that going forward, he's going to use, sword symbolism to resolve, everybody's fate in the palace. And for those people who thought that, they came to the palace, they are above the laws of the palace, the traditional laws. They can go out and bring other jars into the palace. They can do all sorts of things that they should be very careful. That there is nothing that is going to be small going forward. That everything he is going to summon the ancient sword. Every little thing that he will indeed bring the ancient sword, and he will use the ancient sword against each and every one of them. They will confess that they need to be very careful. That is for the ones who will stay. Now, you do know that he is insisting. They say up until now that he is still insisting that Ife should go, with all the begging, the tears, and everything, that Ife should go. The nonsense is too much. A lot of people want to believe that the reason why Kabiyesi is insisting that Ife goes is because of Olori Naomi. Maybe it's because of the pregnancy, and the insistence of Kabiyesi for Ife to go is the reason why, in fact, everybody is thinking that yes, indeed, that pregnancy drama is real. That for Kabiyesi to still stand on what he said how many days ago, that he wants Ife out, he wants Ife to go, it's probably because of that pregnancy. It's probably because maybe, just maybe, it's really Olori Naomi, and it's probably because he knows that should Ife not go, maybe something might just happen to the pregnancy. And a lot of people are just hoping that it's Olori Naomi. A lot of people are praying for Olori Naomi. A lot of people are praying for restoration of that marriage between Kabiyesi and Olori Naomi. Look, I do know that, Kabiyesi had been married before the women left. But you see this marriage between Kabiyesi and Olori Naomi. If not for women matter, that marriage would have been okay. That marriage would have been successful, because when it comes to love, they love themselves. And love is also part of what keep people in relationship, okay? So when it comes to love, they really love themselves. And so this is what is going on now. Going forward is a matter of the ancient sword. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.